So let me move on because you were just talking about process analytical technologies, and I think that was a good discussion. We've got a question around that from Ashok. Uh, the question is, what is your experience in continuous chromatography system and its implementation and process development and implementation of process analytical technologies in this field?
A very good question. So what is my experience on continuous processing and use of process analytical technology in those type of processes for it? I mean, a critical part for continuous processing is measurement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And benefiting from it. So what is the best answer that I can give to this person, this expert? At the same time, respect actually the points that I should not share. So 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 one. In continuous processing, there are a lot of process analytical technologies used. A lot of them are not necessarily out of heavily out of the box, right? We are talking about like the pressure sensors, flow sensors, UV detectors, right, that are there. I think the challenge with regards to the continuous chromatography and continuous DSP is more about a harmony of operations, of automations, of these systems all together. The challenge of making them all work and try to arrive at a steady state condition, there's actually startup and commissioning of those systems is the challenge. And that's the part that it makes me, and thanks a lot for asking the question. That is an aspect that it makes me actually wonder how often actually people should consider continuous chromatography when they are taking up preclinical/early clinical process development. Because if you do not have a lot of time, you're running, right? And you need to perform a lot of process characterization to see, well, at what flow my system works, what are the conductivities and pH of the buffer that I apply. And you have a lot of tools around you to actually characterize these systems at a more batch mode, right? How soon would you be able to afford that and then transfer, scale up, and run it at the commercial scale? So maybe it's a question back to this expert that I was asking is how often actually have them used these continuous processing, and what are the challenges that they see themselves? Because we are at Bayer we have continuous upstream manufacturing. It's published for many years. And we have also patents on the DSP continuous production technology. So we work a lot with these concepts there. But me and my group working on conceptual assessment and of end-to-end processes, this is actually one of the common questions that we get. And we look at the COGS and other aspects of that. But with regards to manufacturability, I'm very curious to also hear points of the experts on what specific cases are they using that. I know for biosimilars, for example, right, where you need to have a large amount of this. You need to set up a new plant, and it's a greenfield project. You want to reduce your capex, right? People are considering it, and I know there are a couple of companies like Alvotech, for example, that they are utilizing it. But I'm not sure if actually recently to a large extent is adopted. I think a lot of people are aware of the Merck, Novacep, Sartorius setup. People are aware of the Novartis systems and Boehringer systems that are out there. But I'm not sure if actually smaller companies for new medicine, new bispecifics, for example, are actually using that as opposed to biosimilars.